Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the trick, the key to chanting is to let go, let God, and don't worry about your mind. Just get absorbed in the sound. Just become so entranced in the sound. Hare Krishna Rama. Just focus and become enthralled. We'll do it one more time. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Gist of what we mean by God in the Bhagavad Gita. So the first word, Bhokta, the supreme enjoyer. Another definition of God, Maha Ishwaram, the supreme controller. Aja, the unborn. Avyayam, the inexhaustible. Prabhava, the source of generation of both matter and spirit. Purusha Uttama, the supreme person. But now comes practically my favorite concept when it comes to God. Suhrit, the dearmost friend. How is God my dearmost friend? He is situated in my heart. And what does God in the heart do? He does lots of things. He gives remembrance. He helps with knowledge, and also causes me to forget. Now, there are a few more things that this God in the heart, technically known as Paramatma, or the super soul, Upadrasta, he's overseer. He sees everything that's going on in each and every individual person. This super soul, or Paramatma, is in the heart of every living being, not just human beings, all living beings. And what is this super soul doing? He's overseeing everything that's going on, and Anumanta, sanctioning or permitting. And then another name for God in the Bhagavad Gita, Bharta, master. And finally, Purusha Para, transcendental enjoyer. So these are some of the things to consider when trying to understand God, or Ishwara, according to the Bhagavad Gita. So we can understand the jiva now based on this, because we said that God is Prabhava, the source of generation of matter and spirit. So jiva is spirit, the soul, the living being. But presently we are human beings. So we are hybrid. We are a combination of matter and spirit. And God is the source of generation for both. So a very nice example to understand the relationship between jiva, the individual person, soul, and God is the example of the sun and the sun ray. So the sun and the sun ray are one or equal in that they're both made of sun energy. The sun is diffusing so many sun rays, but the particle of sun ray is non-different from the sun itself. The only difference is in the quantity. The sun planet is enormous, and the sun ray is molecular. So the living being, the soul, also lives in the heart, but he's atomic in size, being a spark, or another example, a spark from a blazing fire. The blazing fire is fire, and the spark coming out of the fire is also fire, but the difference is in the size. So just as God is Bhokta, the supreme enjoyer, we, jivas, living entities, are little enjoyers. God is the supreme controller. We are little controllers. Since God is unborn, we emanate from God. We are also unborn. This concept is very, very attractive to me. In other words, I always existed. Not this body, but me, the soul, dwelling in the body, the jiva. I've always existed, and I will continue to exist, because the Bhagavad Gita teaches the soul never dies. The body dies, but me, jiva, the soul, never dies. So that's why the next word, inexhaustible. By definition, God is inexhaustible. The soul, jiva, being part and parcel, is also inexhaustible. God is the supreme person. We are just little persons. And I explained how the God in the heart oversees and permits and gives knowledge. So this is how God in the heart is the best friend of the living entity. So both God and the living entity, jiva, live in the heart. And one of the major concepts of this Bhagavad Gita is that since the soul is eternal, then the soul is transmigrating through life after life until it achieves self-realization. But until the soul fully realizes that the soul is the eternal servant of God, then the soul has to experience so many different kinds of material bodies, one after another. And the whole point of this is to come to the point of realizing that I am nothing more, nothing less than the eternal servant of God. So I'll stop there and we'll continue on.
Thank you very much, sir.